Hi parents, I just wanted to send out some videos because we are now starting a new math module, adding and subtracting. With this new math module, your child's going to be exposed to a wide variety of different mathematical strategies. And the reason for this is by exposing your child to these strategies, our hope is for them to pick on strategies that work best for them. This only develops their conceptual understanding. They need a good, strong conceptual understanding, knowing why they're doing what they're doing before they begin procedurals, to only strengthen their great sense of mathematics. Now, as we were children, you and I, we probably learned, I did, in fact, I can't speak for you, but I learned procedural understandings. I learned with addition and subtraction, I have to borrow and I have to carry. And I didn't really know why I did those things. I just knew that that's what I had to do. But students nowadays have an advantage over us because they now know why they're doing what they're doing. So the first thing that we're going to be doing this week is we're going to be working with contextual problems. Contextual problems, just a fancy word for word problems. And I like to introduce them to a strategy called cubes. Cubes is a great strategy, especially when they get into those upper grades. So I like to teach it now so that when they get into third and fourth grade, it's a little bit more simpler and kind of like second nature to them. So cubes is basically an acronym for the following steps. The first step is they're going to circle the number. Then they're going to underline the question, and then they're going to box in keywords. E is for evaluate and draw, and S is for solve. One thing I like to do is when they solve, you can't just put the number, you got to tell me what that belongs to. That number is, should be answering the question. So I'm going to show you an example of how to use cubes with this contextual problem. I'm first going to read the problem, and the problem says Michael counted 34 Sour Patch Kids in his bag of candy. Ricky gave him 6 more Sour Patch Kids out of his bag. How many Sour Patch Kids does Michael have now? So now that I've read the word problem, I'm going to start using my cube. So the first thing I'm going to do is circle the number. So I see that I have 34 and I have 6. And then I'm going to underline the question. How many Sour Patch Kids does Michael have now? And now I'm going to box in keywords for B. These keywords help me determine, am I doing addition or subtraction? So I see words like gave and I see words like more. So that tells me that this is going to be addition. And then now that I have figured some things out, I can begin with E, evaluate, and draw. Well, before I draw, I need to come up with a number sentence. So I can easily do that because I did the other steps, and I see that I have 34. I'm adding, and then I have 6. Because Michael had 34, Ricky gave him 6 more. So now I have my number sentence. And this is where, when I evaluate and draw, I can pull in some of those mathematical strategies that I'm learning during the week. One of the first ones we're going to do is drawing it out, making tens. So I'm going to draw this out using my knowledge of model form, and I'm going to draw rods for tens. I have 34, so 1 10, 2 10s, 3 10s. That's 10, 20, 30. And then I have 4 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have a model form representing my 4 ones. Now I'm going to add on 6 more. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I look at that, I can think to myself, well, I know 4 and 6 make a new 10. So I'm going to cross those off, and I'm going to make that new 10. And then I can easily see, well, 4 10s is the same as 40. Well, I can't just say 40. I have to answer the question now. How many Sour Patch Kids does he have now? He has 40 Sour Patch Kids.